we talk a lot about big T's. So we talk about the sexual abuse and assault. We talk about the accidents. We talk about war grounds. But we don't talk a lot about the little small T's, the things that occur in our lives that stay with us. And as the king was talking, the thing that stood out for me, he said, you can't give what you don't have. That's something that Wayne Dyer says. He says, if I ask you for 12 oranges and you ain't got it, you got to go to the store and get these 12 oranges. And we're expecting for people to show us that they love us or to say, I love you, but they don't even have it themselves. So it really starts with self-love. And some people don't have self-love because they had so much trauma that told them not to love themselves. So where do you start? And again, I'm gonna go through this really fast. I'm gonna give y'all the Suffolk version, so bear with me. So when it comes to self-love, number one, you gotta get in bed with your story in order to conceive your purpose. You gotta embrace those parts of you that you do feel is traumatic. Not that the world says it's traumatic, but what you still have stuck with you. When I can begin to acknowledge that, I can change it, because then that gives me empowerment. Empowerment means I choose where my power lies. Not the story that the world says my story should be, but in who I truly am, what I want to do. Because then once I can do that, then I know that I'm lovable. Once I know that I'm valuable enough to get love from people, I'm going to be easy enough to give it to you, because now it's not transactional, it's reciprocal. So what I give to you, you're going to give back to me because I know I deserve it. Then the F is faithful. You got to be faithful to your goals. Like, at the end of the day, you have to know what you're pursuing. Not the image, not the thing that is the normal, but what is your value system? Because once I get to that, then I can live liberated. So then when opportunities come my way, I'm going to be ready. And then if I do get to the bottom of the bottom, I can be ventilated with, whether that's therapy, support, coaching, a conversation like this. So then the E is evolve. If you ain't go with me, I spelled out self-love. At the end of the day, it starts within. It starts with who you are. But you got to begin to heal from those little small T's. And sometimes those small T's is the messaging that men is getting on a daily basis of who they're supposed to be. It's okay for men to talk about how many people they slept with, but it's not okay for them to talk about how many people actually hurt them. You know, like, we got to change the messaging and really begin to love who we are on the inside, because then that's the only way that a brother can start to say, I love you. I hear my husband all the time get off the phone with his homies now to say, bro, I love you. And I love that for him, because now he gets it, because he now loves himself. So get in bed with your story, change that bad boy, and then the trauma will allow for you to now learn from it and not hinder you to say, I love you to your brother and not feel a little certain way.
Within the so-called Black community, money circulates. In other words, stays in the community one day. In our Latino community, it stays in 1 week, 7 days. All right. And in the Asian community, 30 days. And, Jewish community, a little more than that. And then the general white community stays in there for an unmeasurable amount of time. So the HR Green Book is our strategy to address the circulation. And it's simply a directory in online and in an app form. The app's coming soon, where we can find our businesses. Let's see who we have here. So right now we have 14 food trucks. Let's look at restaurants. All right, so let's say I want to look at a restaurant. Let's go with DJs. I'm a DJ. Let's see who else is out here in the DJ world in Hampton Roads. List your business with us. You can simply go to List with Us, and you'll see that there are some options, and we invite everyone to take the free option for right now. So start your search today in the HR Green Book, and let's make sure our money circulates stronger and longer.